Hello, hello, hello. OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I truly appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn, and I am coming at you with a new weekly video. I'm just going to warn you from the start, this video is going to be kind of all over the place. I didn't get done what was on my mind to get done during this week, although I did get a lot done during the week. Just things that you're not going to see. Grayson, my oldest daughter, as many of you know, is pregnant with her third baby, and she's not due until the end of February, but she had asked me if I would come and help her do some decluttering of her house. She asked me that like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. So I've been trying to take a day every week where I can just go over and help her get some things in order, get rid of some of EJ's old clothes because she's having another girl, so she's not going to need any of the boy clothes, and just try to get her house in order so that she feels more comfortable for when the baby comes. And I might possibly film some of it as I go along week by week, but I actually was there 2 different days this week helping her. I was babysitting for a little while as well, and then helping go through EJ's room and clear out some of the clutter and get rid of some of that. Last week I did Violet's room. So anyways, I had a busy week. My mom also needed my help, which I didn't help her very long, but I helped her on one day for maybe just about an hour. So anyways, I was doing a lot of things this week, just not at my house. So this video is just kind of all over the place, and you can see I'm starting outside. I need to get rid of some of my annuals. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down all of my zinnias. It has been crazy weather in Michigan. We've actually been quite warm, although we are starting to get cooler at night now. But as you know, if you've been with me for a while, my zinnias had some type of fungus on them. Basically all year. I think it was from all the rain we got at the beginning of the season. And so even though they still look beautiful and they're blooming, I'm just going to get rid of them. And that way my husband can move the rocks that are in this bed, and I can plant some of my spring bulbs. And speaking of the hubs, he came outside to help me while I was doing this, which was super duper nice. Now, I didn't even start this until after dinner because my days pretty much every day of this week were just busy with something else. So you're going to see it get dark because it's getting dark earlier, and I kept working and I kept filming, even though you probably can't even see very much of it when it gets dark. But there is a little section in here that just made me laugh because my girls came outside to play. That one's so rooted, it was a big one. So you might be able to pull it up. I couldn't pull it up. Oh, yeah. Usually they don't have very deep roots, but that one, yeah, I think it got stuck on the weed barrier. They don't have very big roots, but hey, He-Man. Well, yes, that's what I'm trying to do. These things got so massive, and he just rips the whole thing out before I could cut it. Anyways, any of you that are moms, I'm thinking could probably relate to this. So I left the clip in, but I just laughed when I watched it back or when I was editing, because the girls come outside and I have 3 different people talking at me at one time. Something kind of exciting happened, and while I was editing this, I was like, oh, I didn't hear her say that. Oh, I didn't hear her say that. And it made me laugh because sometimes my girls will be like, Mom, I just said that to you and you didn't hear me. And it's like, when so many people are talking to you all at once, you can only intake so much information. And I don't think kids or husbands sometimes realize that it's not that we mean to ignore them, it's that there's too much going on at once and you can only focus on one thing at a time. But it was a really cute clip, so I left it in. And it also made me laugh because it's just like pure chaos going on, which is what it's like when you have young kids, and it's what it's like when you have teenagers as well. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Listen, if you're new and you just found me, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know you are new? In the comments, I would love to welcome you and say hello to you. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so very much for coming back to another video. I truly appreciate you.
I didn't even make a wish. I've never seen a shooting star. That was so pretty.
You saw a shooting star?
It was green and pink and it went down that way.
And look at the bat.
At first I was like, UFO.
Did you girls not hear that?
What?
Look at the bats.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, okay.
We've been talking about it.
Oh, I figured that would freak you out. I'm glad to know it doesn't freak you out.
How does that freak us out?
Well, because people are scared of bats, but they'll eat up all the bugs.
I think they're cute.
They are super cute.
Is that a real shooting star? I don't know. What does a shooting star look like? Yeah, what does it look like? Or was it a UFO?
This one is not this one.
I know, but
It's
this
only
is just...
Halloween.
Oh, just this one. Oh, gotcha.
Well, that was actually so cool.
Where was it?
Over there. Did anyone else see it?
No, I was looking at flowers. I can't believe I missed
It
the
was-
shooting star.
it
Did
was
you make a
like-
wish?
I didn't make a wish.
Oh,
I
I
didn't know it was was a too. shooting star. It was like,
When you wish...
You were too amazed?
yeah, I was like stunned. I was like, I've never seen one before.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I thought it was a UFO. That was so cute. I'm so mad that I make a wish.
You can do it. You saw it.
Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta look.
So you can see it is getting darker. They were so darn excited. And that is pretty darn cool. And it definitely was a shooting star because we saw posts all over social media about it. I can't believe I missed it. I think the last time I saw a shooting star was when I was a kid. So anyways, that was my little chaos moment of 3 people talking to me at once. And I missed a whole bunch of things the girls were saying. Wasn't Donna funny? I thought it was a UFO. Hubs and I moved over to the Cosmos. I'm not pulling all of the Cosmos out, but I pulled most of them out. And then I'm over here at my Mexican sunflowers. We have had a couple of light frosts, so these have pretty much died back. I know you can't see anything, but this was when I had time to work. So we are out here getting these up. Then we're going to move to a next day and you're going to get some squirrel updates.
Sweetie, is that you? Hi. Good morning. Is it you, sweetie? Hi. I think it is you. I have a peanut. Come on. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Oh, this is me, sweet girl. Hi. Searching for food. Would you like a peanut? Hi. How are you? I know it's you because you're the only one that doesn't run away. Well, Cutie doesn't run away either. Heavens, I'm going to fall on my butt from all these acorns. Hi, do you want a peanut? Hi. Come on, I got it. Sweetie, I got it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, hi. Hi, good morning. Come on. Sweetie, how you doing? You can come get your peanut. Come on. You know, we always got to play the little dance, don't we? Are you hiding? Is this hide and go seek? I see you. Hi. Hi. How are you, my sweet girl? Hi. Hi. How are you? Hi. There you go. Oh, heavens, I love you. I just love you. Yes. Jerry almost took a peanut from my hand today, but not quite. So maybe soon. I hope you like Jerry. And I haven't seen Cutie again for about 3 days. If you see him, tell him I'm getting worried about him again and he needs to come around, okay? I gotta go somewhere, so I'm gonna leave you a few peanuts, but I knew you were gonna be out. You're always hanging out in the backyard now. Yeah, I hardly ever see you in the front yard anymore. What's happening? What is happening, my sweetest girl? I'm gonna throw you a couple more, okay? There you go. You got about 6 or 7 for yourself, okay? I love you so much. Have the bestest day. Wait, are you Jerry? Hi. Are you the one that was in the front just a little bit ago that almost took a peanut from my hand? Hi. Hi, Jerry. How are you? Hi. Do you need a peanut too? Hi. I left Sweetie several. Would you like one? Hi. Hi. I have one. I don't know if you're going to come to me. Are you going to come to me? Come on. Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. Hi. 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 Jerry. Come on. It's okay. I'm sorry. I was just bending down so I wasn't so tall and scary. Come on. Is it too soon? You're not ready to eat from my hand yet? Yes, I do have one. Come on, Jerry. Hi. Come on. Hi. Yeah, you are a girl. Yep. Yes, you're a beautiful little petite girl, aren't you? Yes. Sweetie, she's a little bit chunky, but we love her just the same. Yes, we do. We do not mind. Yes, hi. Okay, I know you're not ready. Here we go. Ready? There you go. Oh, there it is right by your foot. There you go, Jerry. You're getting closer and closer, though. Yes, you are, Jerry. There we go. We got Jerry and Sweetie eating their peanuts. Yes, my 2 sweet girls. You are a boy. Ah, dang it. I saw your private parts, Jerry. You're a boy. You're a skinny little boy. All right, well, Jerry took off because I said, Sweetie, she knows when I say, yes, you do not get scared. Jerry's a boy. Look at that. Okay.
I know you just saw the huge mess in my backyard, but Clark and I are on a walk, and I thought I would show you, yes, the trees, when they change, leave a horrible mess in everybody's yard, but it is the most magnificent and beautiful thing to witness in the fall when all of the colors change on the trees, on the bushes. It is indescribable how beautiful it is. And I know some of you all in the warmer states don't experience these changes because your trees don't change and your bushes don't change. And you also don't experience the cold, snowy, yucky winters we have here in Michigan. But this is just something, seeing it in a movie, seeing it on a video will never show you how truly beautiful it is in person, but I did want to capture a little bit of it.
You might be able to hear the leaf blower in the background. That would be Hubs on the roof. He already did it like 5 days ago, trying to blow the leaves off of the roof and out of the gutters. But it just is something spectacular to witness the trees changing. I already showed you, I think, in the neighborhood, or I'm going to show you. It's just so beautiful. Of course, the aftermath of what it leaves is a big fat mess, but we get to enjoy it. If you've never seen it in person, I highly recommend, because it is something that is undescribable. It's just so beautiful. So there's the Hubs trying to clean the roof off, and there's Clarky. All right, we're gonna do some cleanup.
Well, I told you at the beginning that this video was going to be all over the place, so I was just filming Hubs for a second, and I was going to help him bag up. He ended up bagging about 20 bags of leaves. It doesn't look like he did a darn thing now because the leaves are still falling. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to come in the house. I really need to do a few things with my plants.
All right, I swear it hasn't been that long since I repotted this gorgeous Monstera.
And I need to repot her again because she's not going to make it through winter, and I do not want to have to repot this in the winter. I mean, you can, but I just don't want to. This was an aerial root that I just stuck back down. Look at, but can you see? Oh my gosh. She is like super duper root bound. Can you see the bottom? I'm trying not to tip it. I don't even know how I'm gonna get her out of here. It's like all over. Like she just has, look at that root up there. It's like exposed. She needs a bigger pot already. So let's repot her. You know, I'm in the yard like every dang week doing something, working on something. And I just decided, you know what, I would just let Hubs handle what he wanted to do that day because I really wanted and needed to get this done. A few plants just really need my attention. And so we're going to focus on some plant care. I would love to hear what's happening in your world, what's going on with you. Definitely feel free to share it with me in the comments if you would like to. So it's not as bad as I thought it was, but she definitely wouldn't have made it through the winter. There is a lot of root action happening and she needs to be upsized. She was in a 6-inch pot. This is my Monstera Thai constellation. So darn beautiful. She's in a 6-inch pot right now. I have a 7-inch pot, but I really wanted to put her in an 8-inch pot because the 7-inch hardly gave me any more room. I didn't have an 8-inch pot, so I'm putting her in a 9-inch pot, which is very risky because if you give a plant too much room, you can create root rot because there's too much substrate in there. I'm just using my chunky mix. It's Molly's Aeroid mix. I get it off of Amazon. I love it a lot. I've used it for a lot of my plants. I don't put any of my aeroids like my Monsteras or my Pothos in soil. I put them in the aeroid mix. It just drains so much better. Anyways, I was like, I'm going to chance it and put her in this bigger pot. I didn't like the way I did that, so I dumped it all out and I'm redoing it. And then I ended up changing it. And I did end up putting her in the 7-inch pot instead of the 9-inch because that was 3 inches bigger. And it's supposed to be when you repot, you go 1 to 2 inches bigger. I left her in this for 2 days and then I just switched her out to the 7-inch pot. So she has a little bit more room and hopefully she will make it. She would have made it in the pot she was already in for another couple months, I'm certain. So anyways, you see her in this pot. That's not the pot she's staying in. The word on the plant streets is Monsteras like to be root bound. I have 2 Monstera Thai constellations. It's my first experience with them. I've had them for, I don't know, maybe 6 months. So I can't speak to that personally. But anyways, I got too nervous that this pot was too big. So I switched her out into a smaller one. All right, this is my lemon lime Maranta prayer plant. And she's gorgeous and she's beautiful. But she's been getting some yellow leaves. And I was enough times that I was like, I need to check on her. And so my first thought was, let me check her roots. She doesn't look from the outside like she's root bound. I've had this plant for about a year, but I want to just go ahead and take her out and take a look. Now, I did pull one of her leaves off and stuck it in the soil. I'm trying to create a fuller look in the middle of the plant because she looks a little bare in the middle. I did that about 3 weeks ago and I was a little bit shocked because when I pulled it out, there was no roots. I rooted one of them. I already did it once in water, got roots, let it grow for a few weeks, put it in the soil, and it died, which is what happens to me every time I try water propagation. I get roots, then I stick them in the soil, and they don't survive. I took her outside, rinsed her off. Her roots look pretty darn good, and I don't think she's root bound, so I'm not sure why. One yellow leaf would not have concerned me, even a couple, but she's had enough over the last few months that I was like, is something going on with her? So anyways, I'm just potting her up. I feel like she might be in too big of a pot actually because her root system wasn't that large. So I'm putting her in a little bit smaller of a pot And I thought, well, since I'm doing this, it'll give me an opportunity to move the leaves around and maybe make it look a little bit fuller. And I'm just using the soil that she came with. I'm not even changing the soil out. I'm not going to put her in a chunky mix because their roots like to stay wet for longer. So I am leaving this in just a regular soil. And hopefully she's going to be okay. This is what the leaves are looking like. And like I said, if I only had 1 or 2 or 3, maybe even 4, but I've had quite a few that made me concerned that I wanted to take a look. But she is just absolutely beautiful. She has so much new growth all of the time for me. I have, 5 or 6 new leaves coming out right now. So hopefully she's okay. And I feel like she looks fuller in the middle now too. So that makes me happy. Here's the one I pulled off, and this is what I can't understand. All the leaves are curling up because there's no roots. So of course they're curling up and dying, but somehow the dang stem started growing. This is a new leaf right here. How did it start growing a new leaf with no root system? So I'm going to actually chop this one up a little bit more. There's some nodes here. You have to have nodes to grow roots. And when I did it in water and got the roots, of course, once you put it in soil, you got to keep it moist for a couple of weeks because they're used to being in water. And I've done that with everything I've water propagated. And I've lost everything I've ever water propagated and tried to put in soil. I'm trying perlite. I'm going to stick this baby in perlite and see. I've heard that propagating in perlite, there is it's easier to transition into a substrate, whether it's soil or chunky mix. And I've tried to propagate this global green pothos before. I'm going to try it again. Again, stuck it in water, got roots, no problem. And then when I tried to put it into a substrate, the leaves would die, even though I kept it moist. So we're just going to put some of the global green pothos in here with the lemon lime maranta, a little propagation box, and see if we can get some roots in here. Because obviously my lemon lime did not propagate by sticking her in soil. It didn't grow any roots. My Dieffenbachia did, which we're going to get to now. I was going to try to get outside today and do some more work outside, and it's been raining all day. It's just yucky and wet outside. I really have been putting off tackling this other plant, so we're going to do that. Let me grab it. It's my Dieffenbachia. Told you about this probably the last time I talked to you about my plants, but she's gotten thrips twice in the last 6 months. I treat her with the insecticidal soap that I've talked about before. It's got Castile soap in it, 2 different kinds, alcohol, water, and hydrogen peroxide. And this plant is just looking terrible. So let me give you a close-up of it. All right, so she looks just terrible. I can't seem to get this plant. As soon as I get it to where I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks so much better, then she got thrips again. And she just looks absolutely terrible. Not the whole thing. She does have some new growth in here where you can see I cut the stalk. So remember, I cut 2 stalks, if you saw that video. It was actually this one and this one, because she had lost all of her bottom leaves. So all of these stems were just super long with no leaves on the bottom and just leaves on the top, which apparently is just a thing that Dieffenbachias go through. So I don't know if I'll ever buy another one because this is just a big pain in the butt. So I cut 2 of the stalks. I'm super curious to know what the roots look like on these 2. Well, this leaf looks just terrible. This leaf looks terrible. I mean, it's literally like all over this plant. I don't see any more pests on her because I treated her for, I don't know, like over a month. She just looks terrible. So here's what I'm going to do.
I was contemplating just getting rid of this plant because it's bringing me more frustration at this point than it is joy. But I think I'm going to take 2 of the big stalks that have no leaves on the bottom, and I'm going to just, this one, I got to get rid of that because that looks terrible. Pop it in some substrate and just see what happens, and just toss the rest of the plant because it looks so bad. So let's dig this up and see what the roots look like on the 2 that I just chopped off, because I'm super curious, and try to fix her up a little.
I forgot to say, when I was talking about the insecticidal soap I used to treat her, I also put systemic granules in her soil. So I did 2 different things, and all of these leaves that I'm showing you now that look so terrible happened like a couple weeks after I started treating her again. I had leaves that looked bad from thrip damage, and I pulled those off. So I don't know what is happening with her. So I wanted to take a look at her roots, and I'm going to cut, I keep calling them stalks, but you know they're stems. I'm going to cut the stems off and just see if I can grow roots on those. And I'm just checking to see if there's any more like viable stems that I want to try to save.
All right, so I have 4 stems. These are the 2 that I chopped off and just stuck back in, and they did grow quite a bit of roots. So that's pretty exciting. This one, maybe not as many as this one, but still quite a bit. So this is the only root system this new plant is gonna have. I chopped that leaf off right there. That looked bad. And then I just cut these 2 new ones. I'm gonna let these callus over for just about 20 minutes. I'm not using rooting hormone. I didn't use rooting hormone on those. They rooted just fine. I'm just gonna stick them in a pot. This one does have a new leaf coming right here. Oh, geez, Louise. You probably, right there in the middle. So I don't know if it'll actually do anything because it doesn't have any roots right now. And I think I might have had this in part soil, part of the aeroid mix. I'm just going to put it all in the chunky mix. And if she survives, she survives.
Okay, funny enough, the day after I did this, Claire from Jungle Haven, that is one of the plant YouTube people that I like to watch, there are several that I like to watch, put out a video about Dieffenbachia. And the last time I talked about this Dieffenbachia, somebody had commented that Dieffenbachia are just known to get thrips, which I did not know that. And Claire said the exact same thing, that certain Dieffenbachia really attract thrips. So it did make me feel a little bit better, but it was a great video about Dieffenbachia care. One like I've never seen before, so I'm so happy that I saw that. So if you like Dieffenbachia, go check out Claire's video.
Okay, she is done. I have 2. I'll show you why. So, I mean, it's so darn pretty. When it looks like this, I flippin' love it. So I just put it in this cover pot here. We're going to see how she does. This is the only one that actually has roots on it. So I'll know that because this is the only one with 2 leaves on it. I had to cut one of them off. That was bad. This one has roots on it as well. And the reason I didn't put this one in with the rest is because I also noticed this one, I just sprayed the leaves down. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to get that discoloration right there and right here on this side. So I just separated this one. If she doesn't do something in a month, or if in a couple weeks she keeps on rotting, I'm just throwing this one away. So I threw the rest of it away. That's it. OMG. Well, there she sits. She looks a lot different than she used to because she was a lot taller. So I'm crossing my fingers, and then I just put the other one right there. So anyways, there she is. Let's take a look at a couple more. If you were with me in that one video, this is the calathea that I chopped all the way back, and she did not come back at all. It's been close to a month, and she did not come back. So I was hoping, but that did not work. I don't know what was wrong with her to begin with, that all her leaves were just horrible. Anyways, let's take a look at another calathea.
This one was a very similar situation where all of the leaves just died. She ended up having no leaves, but now she has two. Now she has two, and they are smaller than they were when I bought the plant. But they look super healthy and beautiful. So I'm very hopeful that she is going to make it. So that's very exciting. I'm sad that the other one didn't. That's the first plant I've ever lost. But you know, this one is coming back. So that makes me super happy. All right, we're just going to go ahead and finish the video here. I just thought I would show you my other calathea that I had got from Meyer. I don't know. It's got to be close to a month now. This is a pinstripe, and she is gorgeous. She seems to be doing wonderful, which makes me so happy. The only thing is, this leaf was a newer leaf that was unfurling when I bought it, and it does have some crisping on the edge here, which could have been just from her acclimating to my conditions, because no other leaves look like that. I don't see any pests on her, but some pests you can't see. But this is a new leaf that is not quite finished hardening off, but it looks totally fine. And this one is opening too and looks totally fine. So she's gorgeous. She's just gorgeous. So not exactly the video I thought I was going to bring you this week. I just ended up having a super busy week helping other people, and that's just going to happen sometimes. So I didn't get some of the things I wanted to get done in my yard, but hopefully I'll get them done for next week. But we're going to continue on with some deep cleaning themes, because man, I got some rooms in my house that really need my attention bad. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I'm going to see you again next week. Have a great day. Bye.